No one expected it to happen this fast. After everything Amy and Nathan went through in the fire, after all the emotions and risks, their relationship seemed unshakable. But the new trailer for episode 2 tells a completely different story. Heartland fans, brace yourselves, because it looks like Amy and Nathan's love is about to face its biggest test yet. And this time it might not survive. The trailer opens quietly, almost too quietly for Heartland standards. We see Amy walking through the ranch early in the morning, her expression heavy, her mind clearly elsewhere. The peaceful sunrise can't hide the storm inside her heart. She's trying to act normal, feeding the horses, checking on Lindy before school, but there's something off. Something is clearly weighing her down. And then we hear Lou's voice, calm but cold. You need to think about what's best for this family, Amy. That single line sets the tone for the entire episode. The conversation that started last week, the one about Nathan and his sister's betrayal in the new ranch deal, is far from over. Lou is convinced that Nathan's connection to his sister makes him a threat to Heartland's future. She believes Amy is blinded by her feelings and can't see the danger coming. But Amy isn't ready to give up on Nathan so easily. The trailer shows her defending him with fire in her eyes, insisting that he had nothing to do with his sister's choices. For Amy, Nathan represents hope, a chance to move on, to love again after losing Ty. But Lou's words keep echoing in her mind, especially when the ranch faces new trouble because of the broken deal. Supplies are delayed, a client pulls out, and tension builds. The family starts to feel the pressure, and suddenly, all eyes turn toward Amy. The community that once celebrated her bravery now begins to question her judgment. Rumors spread, and we even see a quick shot of Jack, silent and disappointed. He doesn't say much, but that silence says everything. He's worried, not just about the ranch, but about Amy's heart. Jack has seen what heartbreak can do, and he doesn't want history to repeat itself. Meanwhile, Nathan finds himself caught between two worlds. On one side, he's deeply in love with Amy and wants to protect her at all costs. On the other, he feels responsible for his sister's choices, even if he doesn't agree with them. The trailer gives us a heartbreaking glimpse, Nathan confronting his sister in what looks like a heated argument. "You've ruined everything," he shouts, his voice cracking. But she only replies, "No, Nathan. She was never meant for you." That one line might just be the spark that destroys everything he's tried to build. As the trailer unfolds, the emotional tension keeps rising. Amy and Nathan finally meet again. At first, it feels tender, like they might fix things. They share a quiet moment near the barn, where everything began for them. Amy looks at him, her eyes filled with love and fear at the same time. She wants to believe in him. She wants to trust him, but the words just won't come out. Then Nathan reaches out, saying softly, "You still don't trust me, do you?" That's when Amy steps back. Her silence becomes the answer. The screen cuts quickly to black. Then we see flashes. Lou crying in her office, Jack throwing his hat in frustration, and Nathan walking away from Heartland in the pouring rain. The voiceover returns with Amy's heartbreaking whisper, "Sometimes love isn't enough." And that's when it hits. The trailer doesn't show a dramatic explosion or a big confrontation. Instead, it shows the quiet pain of two people realizing they may not belong together, no matter how much they want to. But Heartland never gives up on love so easily, does it? There's one final shot, Nathan looking back at the ranch from his truck, his eyes full of regret. Is this really goodbye, or is it the calm before another storm? Because if there's one thing Heartland has taught us over 19 seasons, it's that even in heartbreak, there's always a flicker of hope waiting to rise again. Episode 2 picks up right where everything fell apart. The fire might be over, but the emotional chaos has only just begun. Amy is struggling, not just with Nathan's absence, but with the silence that follows. She goes through the motions of her day, smiling for Lindy, helping out around the ranch, pretending everything is fine. But deep down, we can see she's breaking. The trailer shows her sitting in Ty's old barn, the place that holds every memory of her first love. She looks around as if searching for guidance, and for a second, it almost feels like she's talking to him. "What would you have done, Ty?" she whispers. It's a moment that hits every Heartland fan straight in the heart. The writers know exactly how to use Ty's memory, not to replace him, but to remind us how much his presence still shapes Amy's life. Then we shift to Lou. If episode 1 made her look protective, episode 2 will show her at her most controlling. She believes she's doing the right thing, protecting her sister, her family, and the ranch, but her methods are harsh. In one scene, we see Lou confronting Amy again. Her tone is sharper this time, more personal. "You're risking everything for someone you barely know." And Amy's reply, quiet but firm, "You don't have to know someone for years to know their heart." That single exchange defines the entire emotional battle of this episode. Logic versus love. Lou is thinking about the ranch, the business, the long-term consequences. Amy is thinking about the heart, about second chances, about not letting fear control her again. And that's where the tension spreads through the entire family. Jack, trying to hold everyone together, feels the weight of both sides. In one emotional shot, he's sitting alone on the porch, looking at Ty's photo, saying softly, "If you were here, son, you'd know what to tell her." It's one of those quiet moments that remind us Heartland isn't just about horses. It's about family, loss, and learning how to live again. But while Amy tries to keep it together, Nathan isn't doing much better. The trailer shows him working alone, far from the ranch. The look on his face says it all: regret, pain, and confusion. He's trying to fix things with his sister, but she's not backing down. In one heated scene, she warns him that Amy is bad for their family's future, saying, "She'll choose her horses over you every time." Nathan snaps back, "That's why I love her." That line, simple but powerful, shows just how deep his feelings. Meanwhile, Lindy starts to sense that something's wrong. She's old enough to notice the tension, but too young to fully understand it. In one heartbreaking scene, she asks Amy, "Is Nathan mad at us?" Amy forces a smile and says no, but her eyes tell a different story. Lindy, holding the photo of her father again, whispers, "People always leave." That one sentence breaks Amy completely. For a moment, she sees the reflection of her own fears in her daughter's words. The fear of loss, the fear of love, the fear of being left behind again. This moment changes everything for Amy. We see her trying to focus all her energy on Lindy, spending more time with her, helping her prepare for the upcoming school event, and avoiding any mention of Nathan. But as much as she tries to move forward, every small thing reminds her of him. A horse they trained together, a tool he left behind. Even the smell of smoke from the fire, it all pulls her back. Run. Yet, no matter what he says, things keep spiraling. Heartbreak begins, because both sisters are right in their own way. Then comes the turning point of the trailer, the scene that everyone is talking about. Amy gets a call. She freezes, her face turning pale. The next shot cuts to Nathan's truck, flipped on the side of the road after a heavy rainstorm. It's not clear if it's real or just a nightmare sequence, but the trailer plays it like a shocking twist. The music drops, and Amy is seen running through the rain, screaming his name. For a few seconds, fans are left to wonder if Heartland is about to take another devastating turn. But before we can get answers, the scene fades, and we hear Amy's voiceover. "Maybe losing him was the only way to find myself again." The trailer ends that segment with her standing by the corral, watching the horses run free, a symbol of the freedom she's always chased but never quite reached. It's the perfect emotional storm: heartbreak, guilt, and the question every fan is now asking. Is this really the end of Amy and Nathan, or just the painful chapter before something bigger? Heartland has always loved to break our hearts before healing them again. And judging by this trailer, Episode 2 is going to test every emotion we've got. The next chapter of Episode 2 takes us deeper into the chaos that has quietly been building since the fires. It's no longer just about Amy and Nathan's relationship. It's about trust, loyalty, and the thin line between protecting the people you love and controlling them. The trailer shows Lou at the town council meeting, looking confident on the surface, but clearly nervous underneath. She's presenting the new Heartland partnership plan, the same deal Nathan's sister tried to sabotage. Everything seems to go well until one of the investors brings up Nathan's name. Can we really trust Heartland, he asks, when they're working with the man whose family nearly cost them their future? The entire room goes silent. Lou freezes. It's that uncomfortable kind of silence that says everything words can't. Later, we see Lou back at the ranch, pacing back and forth in frustration. The pressure is crushing her. For years, she's worked to prove herself as a leader, and now one wrong move threatens to ruin everything. She doesn't realize that her desperate need for control is slowly pushing everyone away, especially Amy. Amy, on the other hand, is trying to find peace in all this mess. The trailer shows her spending time at the stables, working with a horse that refuses to trust anyone. It's a clever metaphor. The horse represents both her and Nathan. Broken trust, fear of getting close, and the long process of healing. As Amy gently calms the horse, the music swells, and you can almost feel her whispering to herself. If I can fix you, maybe I can fix us too. But peace doesn't last long in Heartland. The next sequence hits like a punch. Lou and Amy finally explode. We see the two sisters arguing in the kitchen, the camera close, their emotions raw. Lou shouts, "You're choosing him over your family," and Amy fires back, "You're not my mother, Lou." That moment cuts deep. For years, Lou has acted like the protector, but Amy is tired of being told what's right for her. The argument gets louder, faster, and before anyone can stop them, Jack steps in, slamming his hand on the table. "That's enough," he yells. Silence. It's a rare moment when Jack loses his calm, and that makes it hit even harder. After that, everything feels broken. Amy storms out, Lou breaks down, and Jack stands in the middle, helpless. The trailer doesn't show what happens next, but we see quick flashes. Amy driving away from the ranch at night, Lou staring at the family photo, and Lindy sitting alone on the porch, holding the same picture of Ty again. It's like history repeating itself. Loss finding its way back to the Flemings once more. Meanwhile, Nathan's story takes a darker turn. The trailer gives us glimpses of him uncovering something. Papers, contracts, and messages from his sister that reveal her true motives. It turns out, her betrayal wasn't just about business. She's been secretly negotiating with a rival ranch owner who wants to buy a portion of Heartland's land. Nathan's shock is visible. He never imagined his own sister would go this far. There's a chilling line in the trailer where she says, "You were too busy chasing love to see what really mattered." Her words cut deep, not just for Nathan, but for the audience. Because it's true, he's been caught between love and family, and now he's paying the price. But the moment that breaks everyone comes right after that. Nathan decides to do the right thing. He drives straight to Heartland, hoping to warn Amy and fix everything before it's too late. But by the time he gets there, Amy is gone. Only Jack is outside, standing by the barn, his face lit by the soft glow of the lantern. Nathan tries to explain everything, but Jack stops him with a look, tired, disappointed, protective. "Maybe it's best you stay away for a while, son," Jack says quietly. That line stings more than any argument could. For Nathan, Heartland isn't just Amy. It's the only place that ever felt like home. And now, even that is slipping away. The next shot shows him turning around, walking back into the dark, rain pouring down again. It's a mirror image of Amy's earlier scene. Both of them lost, both of them hurting, both unable to bridge the gap between love and pride. The trailer then shifts tone. The music slows, softer but heavier. We see Amy returning home after midnight. She stands at the door, exhausted, her eyes red from crying. Lou walks out of the kitchen but doesn't say a word. The two sisters just look at each other, broken but connected. In that silence, you can feel that love is still there, even through all the hurt. And just when it feels like the episode might end quietly, Heartland drops one last emotional bomb. Amy finds a note pinned to the barn door, written by Nathan. It's simple, but it says everything. I'll wait, no matter how long it takes. Amy reads it, her hands shaking. She doesn't cry, she doesn't smile. She just stands there, staring into the night. It's that classic Heartland ending. Bittersweet, powerful, and full of unspoken emotions. The camera pulls back, showing her standing alone under the stars, the ranch quiet except for the wind. The narrator's voice fades in. Sometimes love isn't lost. It's just waiting for the right moment to come home. That final shot lingers, leaving fans wondering if this breakup is really the end, or just the pause before something even more beautiful begins. The trailer may end with heartbreak, but true Heartland fans know that endings are never really endings. Not here. Every moment of pain in this show always leads to a lesson, a choice, or a miracle we never saw coming. And episode 2 seems to be building toward exactly that. The morning after the storm, the ranch is quiet again. The fire's gone, the rain has washed away the ashes, but you can still feel the tension in the air, like the calm before another emotional storm. Amy wakes up early, her face tired but determined. This time, she's not running from her problems. The trailer shows her standing near the corral watching the horses. The sunrise paints the sky gold, and for a brief moment there's peace. But peace never lasts long at Heartland. In the next sequence, we hear Lou's voice narrating. Sometimes you have to lose everything to understand what truly matters. That line hints at the emotional shift coming in episode 3. Lou's finally realizing that maybe she pushed too hard, that in trying to protect Amy, she might have broken something deeper, the trust between sisters. The trailer shows Lou walking toward the barn, holding something in her hand. It's the note Nathan left for Amy. She hesitates for a moment, looking around like she's not sure whether to give it to her or throw it away. But before she can decide, Lindy runs up to her asking, "Did Nathan leave that?" The look on Lou's face says everything. Guilt, worry, and realization. Lindy's question hits her harder than any argument ever could. Because even this little girl who lost her father too soon still believes in love and second chances. And that's when Lou finally breaks. We see her sitting with Amy later that evening. Both quiet, both tired of fighting. There's no shouting this time, no pride, just truth. Lou whispers, "Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he really does love you." For a second, Amy looks shocked. She's been waiting to hear those words. But now that they're here, she doesn't know what to do with them. Then Amy says something that changes the tone completely. It's not about love anymore, Lou. It's about trust. That one line sums up everything we've seen in these 2 episodes. Trust in love, in family, in yourself. Heartland has always been about that. It's not the grand romantic gestures that hold the story together. It's the quiet, painful work of rebuilding what's been broken. The next montage in the trailer is pure Heartland magic. Emotional, breathtaking, and bittersweet. We see Amy training a horse that refuses to let anyone near it. Every time she reaches out, it flinches away. But she doesn't give up. Slowly, patiently, she keeps trying until the horse finally takes a small step toward her. It's more than just a scene, it's a message. Healing takes time. Trust takes effort. Love takes courage. Then comes the twist everyone will be talking about. The final 30 seconds